Yeshi Wangmo is a registered nurse and yoga teacher from Dublin, Ireland. She represented Tibet in the first International Yoga Olympic Committee, securing a second position. Currently, she is involved in a YogaNurse Yoga Teachers Training. For today's conversation, I am delighted to introduce you to Yeshi Wangmo. Yeshila, firstly, I would like to congratulate you. How do you feel about securing a second position representing Tibet in the first International Yoga Olympic Committee?
Thank you so much for asking that question. To be honest, I participated in Yoga Olympic Games, not hoping that I will win or I'll get the recognition, but I participated the games just thinking that it could be fun to explore the world of I love. But when it came out that I secured the second position in yoga category, yoga flow category in women's, it was a delight. I should say I was happy and I was proud that I took the decision to participate and got the reward.
Yeshila, you are a nurse and also you are a yoga teacher. You were working with the COVID patients during the peak of the pandemic. How do you manage to perform both roles at the same time, especially at a time like this during the pandemic when profession like nursing becomes the busiest?
Right. Absolutely. Nursing is a busy job. It's a busy and heavy, but at the same time, it is a rewarding job. And how I manage my time to commit both to yoga and nursing is the self-discipline, self-commitment, and self-motivation. It took me a lot of self-discipline, I should say, initially, but as time goes, the yoga became a part of me, a habit. They say, if you have written a book called Limitless by Jim Quick, he says, first you create the habit and then the habit will create you. It goes with everything else you do in your life. So for me now, I don't really feel like I have to make time for yoga. It just comes naturally in the mornings or in the evenings whenever I find the extra time. So it doesn't really bother me to kind of struggle to manage both of them at the same time.
Very true, Yeshila. They say it's not about being busy or having no time, but it's all about taking out your time from your busy schedule to make time for the things that you love, and it seems that you have put that into practice. So, Yeshila, how did your love for yoga happen? While pursuing a nursing career, what inspired you to go into the path of becoming a yoga teacher?
There are a couple of things that inspired me. First of all, being a Buddhist, as I grew up, which I regret now that I didn't really pay much attention in Buddhist philosophy and Tibetan language as I should have, so that I would benefit more now if I did that when I had the opportunity. And then after coming to Western country, realizing that a lot of people who are not fortunate to be born as a Buddhist, but they are fortunate that they're exploring it now. And then I was like, I have to go back and learn more of my own culture, my religion. And then the second thing is the fact that as I work in healthcare settings, most of the people I come across, I work with, complain of one or other kind of pain, which is mainly due to the stress, due to poor lifestyle, due to poor diet choice, and due to really lack of managing stress. And so I thought there should be a different method than just going to work and doing what you are supposed to or you are asked to do. Like I used to go for gym, which makes me more stiffer and more tighter than I thought I would. And then I started looking around and I thought maybe the yoga is the one, and it kind of it took me a while to research into the benefit, and then found out that the yoga is one of the things that brings you into unite with your soul, your physical and your mental body and everything. So that's how I got into yoga.
It's lovely, Yeshila, about how you figured out that yoga was meant for you. Anyways, having a tough childhood where you were imprisoned for a month at the age of just 8.5 for trying to escape from Tibet to India. And losing your father at a very young age of only 7 to an unknown disease that actually triggered you to become a nurse. You have an equal love for nursing like you have for yoga. And now you have joined this yoga nurse group. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, everything you told us, right? I lost my father when I was really young, I don't know what the cause, but then that gave me a sense that I have to become someone who can care for the people who need. That's how I started my passion in becoming a nurse. With the time, I became a yoga teacher, which I told you how I found myself getting into it. And after having the certificate of being a nurse and a yoga teacher, I felt like it wasn't enough to just have to separate nursing and yoga as a career or my passion. One is being my passion, another is my profession, right? So I have to find a way to combine these two so that I live my passion, I live my profession. And it got me into Googling up to find a way. I literally Googled how to combine yoga and nursing together, and then the yoga nursing came up. Yoga nursing is a program, a school based in United States, which was formed by Annette Tracy. She is a nurse and she is a yoga teacher. So that's how I found it, and I got into, I participated in the yoga nursing, which I completed the first phase and still waiting for the second phase to complete. So that's the story how I got into the yoga nursing group.
Yeshila, if there are Tibetan yoga lovers who wish to participate in Yoga Olympic Games like you, what they have to do to make that happen?
The Yoga Olympic committee is open for everyone who are yoga lovers, who are yoga teachers, who just want to participate in yoga games. You don't have to be a yoga teacher, you don't have to be qualified in anything. If you love yoga, you practice yoga every day, or if you think you can do yoga in any form of yoga, you can participate in Olympic Games. In order to get into the Olympic Games participation, what you have to do is either Google yogaolympicgames.com, and then it will tell you how to participate, and there is a form to participate. Just fill the form and then submit your video. It's open, and Yoga Olympic Games 2021 will be online based, so anyone is welcome to participate, especially for Tibetan yoga lovers. If they would like to participate in Yoga Olympic Games, can directly reach out to me, or they can, like I said, they can go to the website and participate.
That's so kind of you. You also have huge interest in reading, writing and photography, which led you into starting your own blog on yoga. In the blog, you have mentioned saying that the blog is for those who wants to stay strong and optimistic about whatever comes into their life. Yeshila, you know that during the pandemic, there are many people who are going through mental disturbances, panic and anxiety. As an experienced yoga practitioner, what suggestion do you have for those people?
First of all, whatever comes in your life, what you can do is just watch the circumstances, watch the experience and see, decide if you can change that. If you can't change the situation, if you can't change the experience, then you have the choice, at least, if you live with that or you leave it behind you. So to say leave it behind you is not an easy job, but you can train yourself. And if you have watched or read any book of Mingyur Rinpoche, he always says, make friend with your problem, make friend with your enemy, which he did. He as a child had anxiety attack, panic attack, and he made friend with the panic attack, and he became friend with it. When he became friend with the panic attack, it's gone, and now he misses it, because that became a subject for his meditation. The anxiety, the problem became his friend. So same way we can make friends with our problem. Like now, the pandemic, we can't really do anything to change it. At the same time, it doesn't help if we sit down and panic about what is going to happen tomorrow, what is going to happen next year. What we can do is practice yoga, which is one thing. So yoga, when I say yoga, you don't really have to do the asana if you are not into it. Yoga comes so many things like meditation, being awareness, and which is like self-awareness is one of the endowment of being a human being. If you have this capacity, the capability of being a self-awareness, which means you have the capability to watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, watch your experience, and watch your actions. When you can do that as a human being, you have the conscience, which means you have the ability to decide and judge what's good, what's bad, and what's right and what's wrong. When you can do that, you also have the imagination power as a human. When you have the imagination power, what that means is you can see the possibilities. You can change whatever you think and you imagine into possibilities, opportunities. More than yoga, I practice meditation. As a Tibetan, as a Buddhist, I practice meditation on compassion, which really helped in this pandemic when I was caring patients with the COVID. And compassion is a strong thing, which all Tibetans should know. But for the foreigners and the Westerners, what we actually do is just breathe in. With the breathe in, you breathe in the suffering of all sentient beings, everyone else, and just imagine that as you breathe in the pain of others, imagine everyone else is free of pain, and then take delight in that feeling. You're happy that everyone else is free of pain because of you. And as you breathe out all your merit accumulated in your this life, past life, future life, whatever life you have, everything, and that brings them a delightful joy, happiness, as the extreme case, enlightenment, and take the joy in yourself. And then when we say that, people might think, I don't want to stay with the suffering of everyone, and then do another in-breath and out-breath, and then breathe out all those problems of yourself and people and animals, whatever you breathe in, and just imagine that it just dissolves around when it goes. Be proactive more than reactive, right? If you are proactive, it's like being reactive is like a can of soda. The more you shake, it bursts out and it causes more problem. If being proactive is like a water, the more you shake, still you are calm and you're unchangeable. So it's more of staying calm, staying grounded into yourself, and not letting the outward. Do not look outside for the problems, because the minute you start thinking outside, thinking that the problem is outside, that's a problem. The problem is you have to go back inside you and find the solution for your problems. So that's my suggestion.
Yes, Yeshila, thank you so much for all the wonderful words that you have shared with us. You definitely have a lot of advices with really good examples. And also, I really liked the fact that you take out your time for something that you really love doing. Speaking about making friends with your problems, that's a really lovely advice that I have heard today. Thank you so much, Yeshila, for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is such an honored and pleasurable opportunity for me to speak. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yeshila. Thank you for coming to our show. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode of In Conversation with Tibettv.